Whenever I see a cheap power bank, I cannot help myself and I buy it because I want to test it. There is always something interesting and fascinating about power banks, in my opinion. And today we are testing a Varta power bank. This power bank was 20 euros in Germany. I think it's a good deal, especially because this has also wireless power built in and it's very nice. It has a rubber on top that will protect your phone from scratches. What I also want to test in this video is the power delivery with a MacBook Pro. This is an M1 powered MacBook Pro, so I'm curious if it can handle it. For sure the capacity is not enough to give a full charge to this laptop, but I'm curious to see if it can sustain the load. So let's jump right in. Varta, it seems it's a German company. Power delivery, 1 USB Type-C, 2 USB-A, quick charge, 2.4 amps out. On the back I have all the details I would need to buy a power bank, but let's test them out. In the box we also get a power cable, and this has 57 centimeter length. Now let's take a closer look at the power bank itself. You see it's white on one side, it has this rubber here. There is a glossy surface here in the middle where the wireless charging happens. The rest has a texture on it. I like this texture, it's grippy and it will avoid the fingerprints. We have here a power button in case the device is not automatically detected, but normally that should not be the case. And whenever we press this, we see also the state of charge. For example, I should have around 50% battery at this point. On the back we have this dark color, and here on the bottom we again can see all the specifications of the input, output and so on. In terms of ports, we will charge this with the Type-C power delivery. You see this is input and output, and we have 2 USB-A quick charge, and this is how they look like. So let's quickly go through the specs. 10,000 milliamp hours at 3.7 volts. Actually we are maybe more interested in 5 volts. So at 5 volts we have 5,800 milliamp hours. Total battery capacity 37 watt hours. Charging with power delivery with 18 watts. This means in around 2 hours you would have a almost fully charged battery, because you know the last percentage in the battery always takes a long time and I don't think it's worth it. So if you charge it 2 hours, you are good to go. Now let's quickly check some of these claims. So let's first check the charging. It claimed 18 watts. My cable here shows me that I can charge this with 20 watts. The cable has an error plus minus a few percent, so if I'm looking actually at the bigger power bank where I'm charging this from, it's exactly 18 watts, so I would say that's on spot. Now we are testing here one of the 3 ports, one USB-A, because this is what my device is able to do here. Let's ramp up this. We can see here also the voltage. It would be good to be as close as possible to 5, so I think it's compensating. We are now around 8 watts. Let's go up. So we are now approaching the limit. I'm gonna use the fine knob. We have now 16, 18. Okay, as soon as you pass this 18, you see it's disconnecting. So this means you can maximum get 18 watts out of one port. Now let's try to charge 3 devices at the same time, one micro USB, one USB Type-C and one Lightning. And you see here what is here the outcome. USB Type-C phone, it gets 4 watts. I think this is fluctuating. It seems the iPad is able to draw the most. It's around 10 watts. And I have here behind an ebook reader, and this is drawing 2 watts. Of course, you see here the phone is changing this. If we add these 3 values together, you will see that actually it's a bit more than 15 what was actually promised. This distribution, I don't know if it's the best. My recommendation, use only one device if you want to charge it faster. If you don't mind, you can leave them all, and for sure they all will charge, but very slowly. I don't have any device to test the wireless charging, but we can test it with my Pixel 3 XL, and there is an app that is showing you how fast you're charging your phone. So let's see how this works out. And it says here now this app is measuring, and let's see. Take into consideration here that the voltage would be 5 volts, and then we can see more or less exactly what to expect here. For sure the device will get hot with wireless charging. I actually do not prefer the wireless charging, but if you want to avoid cables, if you just want to put this in your pocket, I think it works quite well, especially for the Pixel 3 XL. You can see this package is actually very compact. I think it fits well, this combo. Now in the end I'm charging the MacBook Pro, and this is drawing 15 watts, 16 watts, this depends on the device to draw. It seems you can even charge the MacBook Pro with this, but I have to tell you, I tried with the USB Type-C to USB Type-C, and the devices couldn't rule out who is charging who, because of course you could maybe even charge the power bank from the MacBook Pro. So because of this I had to use a USB Type-A to USB Type-C cable in this case, and you can see here it will charge it. How much can this power bank charge the MacBook Pro? I would say probably you can get half of the battery charged. Yeah, I think the MacBook Pro has around 55 watt hour battery. This has a 37 watt hour battery, but you have to take into consideration also the loss during the charging. For a power bank this small, I would recommend it if you need something like this. Normally I have this kind of power banks, but they are bulky, they are heavy, yeah, and I think a power bank like this, it's actually quite nice. What power bank are you using? What would you like to see in other videos tested with power banks? And till next time, have a good one.